And we've been trained to emotionally interact with women from a superior place. That's the next thing I don't do. I share emotional space with women. You've witnessed me do that many times. Actually, Ryan. Any of my clients who know me in relationships know that I honor the children first, if there's children involved. And then the woman. Now, people can say I'm a sucker. Oh, well, you're not giving me fellatio, so I don't care what your opinion is. I really don't care. But it always brings up the topic of where do you draw the line? Well, that's a discretion call. It depends on the person you're with. Would I drive her dress? If I was on a Friday night, she went out and she forgot her credit card, and she was at a club and drinking, and all her friends are there, and she never goes out. Please bring my credit card down. I was supposed to buy drinks. I'd say, fuck that. Just get your friends to buy it, and I'll send them the money tomorrow and email it. End of story. If they're asking crap like that, they want you to suck up and right away, run away. Run away. Things like that just aren't healthy. They're not. Ultimately, they think that it turns them on that they can make you run so they can spare energy for other guys. That's usually a case when a woman's running the scene and making you run for stupid reasons. She's seeing someone else. So, just food for thought. You know, don't let a woman run you, because don't run a woman. How about if you work together? I'm in a relationship right now that's interesting because I've had to teach the dynamics of I don't argue. She'll freak out about something and start yelling, and as she's yelling, I'll put my arm around her and walk her to the door and then just gently close the door. She's coming outside with her, right? And it's so funny, and it's a clunk. And she's like, are you fucking serious? Yeah. I don't argue. I don't bother. Why bother? Why bother? That's the best discipline to learn with a woman. Don't argue. I've started to talk like from this, and I'm continuing to talk now from a standpoint of, even if it's down to the color of a house, there's a technique to arguing with a woman. You don't agree the house should be painted Barbie doll pink. You have to come home to that shit every night. And she's gonna argue to death. So you gotta teach her to compromise in a tricky way. And say, do you know what I like, the color I like? The dress you wore on our honeymoon. Now that was a burgundy. And that was the night I loved you the most. That's the night you wore my virgin. Oh my God, she'll have the house painted burgundy, the furniture will be burgundy, the car will be burgundy. That's how you outsmart a woman. I'm saying it live right in this camera. There are ways to outsmart a woman. Straight up. And you gotta know them. The older dudes know it. You finally figure it out. You always refer to some romantic part of the past and apply it to them. That was the first time I kissed you. And that's when I bought that car that I want to get now. I remember that. Do you remember that? They're like, oh yeah, I remember that. That was that. And yeah, well, I have a chance to buy a used car, that exact same car, even though we were going to get a sink in our bathroom. Do you remember when we held in the back of that car? You go get your car. That's out straight up. You got to be shocked. It works every time. It's awesome. Best thing to know about a woman. You bring up romantic shit and remember shit from the past and apply it to whatever you need now. Golf clubs, whatever it is. There you go. You think I'm wrong, but I'm right. And you will sit in awe that I was right. And you say, how could you have known this? And how could nobody have ever discussed this? I enjoy romance. I do remember these things, and it makes their heart melt. And you got to be into it. What I'm seeing is my friends that were so macho, and they were the dads and macho leaders of the house, they've all gotten divorced. Every one of them from high school. They all remarried a younger woman, and they all think they run that younger woman, but what they don't know is anytime she needs some, she can go see the golf pro or whatever. What I did see is there's no connection. They have their young woman and they go out and they do their image. I grew up in a wealthy neighborhood. My dad was a doctor, so my friends were wealthy families, and so I see the importance of their image to them. And I see them walking with their woman, and she's off in another, but she's got the house, she's spent the money, they got the car and the BMWs, and blah, 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 blah. No connection. So here's the bright side of what I see on this island. When I see couples here on this island, they're connected. They may not be agreeing, they may not be loving each other in a moment, but they are connected. Their history matters. And that's why I like small towns and islands. And, but I still see men going, how am I going to please this woman? And I'm saying to you guys, get over the power of your dick and expand it to romance. And
the power of your dick? Okay.
Yes,
say the
yes. That's what we all think. We're all champions. We're all, it's all about that. Yeah, oh yeah, it's about the dick.
We are the champions.
Yes, of course.
We are the champions.
Of course. We all believe it. Everyone, man in this room believes they got woman down and that. They can break us in a minute. We don't know shit. It's all an
I
act.
have to disagree with that one.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't believe it in the slightest.
That's how young you are.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
I suppose, but
You don't believe a woman can break you in a
no, that's not it at all. I don't believe that my penis has the power.
Oh, good, you're smart. Okay.
I've been walking many times. No.
Yeah, no. Oh, no,
No.
no. We walk like it, we talk like it. But my God, when a woman is, good Lord, look what happens to a man. Oh, Jesus, you can't call him for months. It's just like, fuck out. My adage is it's a men's world and it's better run by women. The bottom line is they don't take it apart piece by piece. Whenever you give them power, they try and rebuild something. Women, politically, have a much cleaner record than men. Way cleaner record. From the Prime Minister of India, she caused some of those, but I just, even, okay, I'm going to say this name, and please forgive me, I certainly don't have wet dreams about it, but Margaret Thatcher got into, they let a woman in when Britain was falling apart. There was nothing in Britain. She came in there and cleaned up the mess with Iron Lady standards. She cleaned this shit up. And then once the shit was cleaned up, they threw her out. Oh, you're no blah, blah. But that's a woman I wouldn't want to please, so I'm sorry I brought up the name. Bottom line, I trust women to run my shit. I love Amanda, who came into my life, and I said, no woman's ever going to move into my place, because, 2 weeks later she was moved in. Then it's like, no woman sets up my rooms. I don't want my rooms looking too feminine. Next thing you know, my bathroom looks pretty. I don't know what it was, the scent perhaps, the little sculptures, but I'm going like, okay, all right, all right. Well, she cooperates in how we run our house and the business here. Then she volunteers to do books here, comes back to my house, and we do positive things in the house. It's good. We're from Central Point. We can go for a walk and blah blah blah. I'm into that. I'm into connecting to my woman. I don't get sick of it. And I don't need to watch sports 92 hours a week and then give her 2 hours. I like hanging out with her. I don't have to work on my car 87 hours and give her 2 and then wonder why she's bitching. And after 20 years, to this day, even with my exes, I like seeing my exes. They basically, I'm good with them all, and I like hanging out with them, and I don't need to be overly busy to not see them. I don't understand the male mentality that we're so important that they should be lucky to see us thing.
Yeah, but what if you want to see them, but they don't want to see you?
Well then,
So
guess what?
will you
You've
fix
been
it?
rejected.
That's rejection.
That is rejection, yeah.
That is.
Something that men of power like we are just don't get. Like when a woman looks at me and says, I don't want to fucking see you, go away.
Right.
I basically get the message. But a lot of men don't.
Well, it depends on the circumstance.
Yeah, well,
Right.
it's like if your penis is still in her, that would be all.
Oh, no, I didn't. I'm not talking penis here.
Okay, so you're talking dating?
No.
Okay?
When your wife separates you and divorces you,
Yes.
that's pretty much straightforward, right?
Yeah, that you run from, yeah. But you want to see
That's
her
what I'm
still.
running from.
Usually they say they hate you. That's the
No,
way to follow.
she didn't say that.
Well, you got lucky, mine.
No, she got cancer, that's what she got.
Okay, but that, I don't see how that relates to divorce. Did she
Uh,
call you cancer?
Pardon me?
Was she calling you cancer?
No,
Oh, she actually got cancer.
she actually
Oh,
got
okay.
cancer. And what she did was cut me loose, because she was gonna die. She hasn't died, but she hasn't died yet.
Okay, so now she won't talk to you because she cut you loose because she wasn't gonna die, but she didn't die, but she won't talk to you?
Self-sacrifice.
She hasn't died yet, and I have wanted.
You're a quick thinker.
I have wanted to be friends, right? Just like you're saying, you like all your exes, you get along with them. Well, that's what I want.
But I don't search them out.
No, I don't do that to my ex-wife Catherine. Because I've talked to her in 2 years once. And it was for like half a block, because I said, let's go for a coffee without anybody else around, just me and her, and she couldn't handle it.
I sense a deeper picture here.
Yeah?
I'm a
it is.
pretty observant guy, and I hear what
Yeah.
people don't say. So I'm sensing a deeper issue here, Bert.
Yeah.
But I don't really want to get into it.
As soon as we sold the house, because we had to do it together, that was it. No
Yeah.
more contact. That was 2 years ago.
Okay, now, I can guarantee you right now that you confused the shit out of that woman.
Uh,
And,
I did.
yeah, because you've contradicted yourself twice in this little conversation. You don't know that. But women who are sharp would, and
Oh,
would
she's
drive her
short.
nuts.
She's
and-
short.
Yeah, so she would not have a woman hard on for you. She would,
Uh,
I'm just being honest.
oh yeah.
I'm just calling a spade a spade.